Not on your face anyway. Right, you ready? Do you want to start?
No.
Have you had any soup this week?
No.
You haven't had any soup at all?
No.
Oh.
I'm done with soup.
You're done with soup. Hi everybody, it's Andy from Snow Camps Europe and I'm here with...
Wouter from Cold Candy.
Wow. Now we're hoping that they've seen the previous one where we talked about cold candy.
Yeah.
We just realised that the last podcast recorded in slow motion, so it may never be seen unless we re-record it. But we're going to do this one now anyway. But if you did see the previous one, you'll know all about what this cold candy thing is about. But if not, then we'll make a video about cold candy in the coming weeks, eh?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we
or
should,
at
right?
least a podcast or whatever, or
Yeah.
what has happened. Expose some people.
Put an announcement out there.
Yes.
Yeah, like a big glitzy announcement.
Yes.
Like we're having the launch party on the 17th of October.
That is correct.
This
So
is-
if you're around,
this
come
is-
by.
this will
You've
go
got
out-
some goodies, goodie bags,
this-
and some free drinks.
This is going to go out after the 17th. So it's a shame you couldn't come to the
No,
launch
well,
party.
this needs to come that out. We need to put this out on Thursday then.
I'll put this bit out just as a little snippet.
Yeah, whatever.
If you're in Kaprun on the 17th, come to People's Hotel, 5:30 till 8. Wouter's buying the drinks.
Anyways, if you
and
come
the
and
food.
if you come and see me, I'll give you a goodie bag.
Goodie bag. What's in the goodie bags?
Yeah, that's
It's the only thing I'm going for is my goodie bag.
cappy, t-shirt, like a phone. One of those phone cords with
Like a ski school cap.
some. Yeah,
Really?
yes.
What if they turn up from the printers on
And
time?
yeah, no, they're all there.
You got them?
There, it's there. Yeah, they're being delivered today.
Ooh.
What else? Some stickers.
Goodie bag, right. Anyway, this week's podcast is...
Discount.
Don't go giving discounts. This week's podcast is common skiing holiday mistakes. So not so much technique mistakes, but mistakes people can make when booking and going on their ski holiday. So, do you want to go first with the first common ski holiday mistake, or shall I go first?
Well, we can start with booking.
Go on then. What about booking? What mistake do people make when booking?
Book too late.
Okay, but what if people are booking late because they think they're going to get a bargain?
Okay. Book a flight early, like an early flight, and not a flight that arrives
okay.
into the resort late,
So, booking a morning flight, not an afternoon flight.
if possible.
Yes, okay.
If you don't get a bargain.
Yeah, okay. So, the mistake would be to book an afternoon or evening flight, especially if you're a family.
Yeah.
Because you want to get into resort early, even though this means getting the kids up first thing in the morning. Getting them into resort early is way better because it means you've got more time to do what?
Unless you book a lesson with me, because I can arrange that the shop opens for you after closing hours, so you have to shop for yourself.
No, go on. So what?
No, seriously.
Why? Yeah, whatever.
No, it's true.
Yeah. Why do we want people to get an early flight, especially if they're a family? What's the benefit of getting to resort early on the Saturday?
It gives you time to organize everything, of course, especially early, because later in the afternoon, everything is busy, everything is gone, the staff is grumpy, you're being rushed to go, you yourself as well, like, we need to get everything ready before closing time, rush, stress, although it's a holiday with children, we have to run to here, we have to organize that. You know how it goes, and the day's gone.
Okay.
Your night is gone. Sorry, not the day's gone. Your night is gone because you're having an argument over dinner.
Yeah. Okay. So by arriving early, you're going to get your rental done in a quieter shop. You're going to get better quality of service. The staff aren't going to be as rushed. It's going to be a lot more chilled. You're going to be able to get yourself checked in at ski school, etc., etc.
You can organize everything.
Yeah, so it just gives yourself a little bit more time. And also, the kids are going to be tired, so they're probably going to sleep better on that first night in resort than if they arrive at 9 o'clock at night and they're totally buzzing.
Yeah.
And the knock-on of that arriving late at night or on a late afternoon, early evening flight is, as we get into resort late, the hotel wants you into dinner straight away because dinner is going to finish when dinner is going to finish. And if you're in after dinner, then 99% of the time, the hotel leaves you a cold plate. And that is going to be cold meats, cheeses, bread rolls. That's your dinner. Okay, unless you are spending a lot of money on a very, very good quality hotel where they keep the kitchen open. So that's a downside to arriving late. Also, you're then leaving ski hire, ski school check-in and maybe booking until the first morning, which is always a pain in the arse. Which goes on to my first mistake not to make, and that is do not expect to get to resort, even if you get to resort early, and book your ski lessons before you arrive, especially on the busy weeks, which we've spoken about on previous podcasts. But we cannot, as a ski school owner and as someone who sells ski lessons, we cannot, what's the word I'm looking for? We cannot say it enough times. Do not arrive in resort and book your ski lessons, especially on the busy weeks. Book them in advance. Book them in advance. It's way better for you. It's way better for the ski school, and you're going to get a better quality of teacher because of it.
Unless it's like the low season, that's
yeah, but
that's
even then, you are risking it. You are risking it. So another common mistake people are making when coming on a ski holiday. So we've done the kind of the flight time, the arrival. I suppose if you're not doing a package deal that involves flight, transfer, and accommodation, do not book your flight and expect to be able to get to, for instance, Salzburg and just find a way of getting to resort. Again, plan your transfer, whether that's the public bus, the train, a transfer service, a private taxi. Yeah. You could turn up at the same time as 10 other flights expecting to walk outside and get a taxi. Every single taxi is already booked. Yeah. Public buses, obviously you've got to look at your times. Yeah. I think the 260 from Salzburg goes every 2 hours. So if you arrive at a certain point, you might have a 2 hour wait, or you may have just missed the bus. Again, if you're doing the train, you've got to get yourself across Salzburg to the train station. So make sure you plan that out. Do not leave it till, we'll get to Salzburg Airport and then we'll work it out. Because again, if you're on a late flight, it's going to possibly be very, very hard to get to resort for a decent amount of money without it costing you the end of the world. You know what I mean? Not end of the world. Your
dog is really snoring.
I know. Yeah, that's how much you bore my dog. Okay, so another mistake people are making.
Well, the same with the ski hire. Don't book ski hire.
Well, if you
need to book your ski
if
hire.
you can book it online before.
Yeah,
or book it with a provider like the ski school or myself, because then I suppose the thing that I always say to people is when you arrive in Austria and you walk into the ski hire, they point you to a computer.
Right.
That computer keyboard is not like the keyboard you are used to, because the things are in different places. So you spend 20 minutes trying to input your email address because you can't find the @ symbol.
Stop it.
You do. I watch people do it.
Man.
I watch people do it all the time.
It's just the Y and the Z are mixed.
No, the Y and the Z are mixed there.
Yeah.
The @ sign is not where the @ sign should be.
Where?
What you don't press the button before and then the @ sign. You have to press 3 buttons to get the @ sign.
What keyboard?
In the ski hire.
Which
honestly.
one?
So
really? No.
If you walk into the ski hire, they go fill in the computer. You have to fill in the computer for you. Let's say family of 4. For you, your partner, for the 2 kids.
That's why booking online.
And even for the kids, you've got to put in an email address, right? So you're putting in your address 4 times. Your 4 times are putting in your height, your shoe size, your everything 4 times. It takes loads of time, and there's a good chance if it's a busy day you're going to queue to put your information in. Once you've got your information, it gives you a ticket. You then queue with that ticket. You then get your boots, then you have to go and get your skis, then you have to get your poles, and then you get your helmet. It takes a long time, no matter what shop you go to. So book it in advance. If you were to book it via Snow Campus Europe, for instance, I do all that laborious work for you. I input it into the system, so when you walk into the shop, it's there waiting for you. Bingo, bango. And that doesn't cost you a penny, by the way. So that's another good one that you brought up there, Wouter. Well done. Okay, what other things have we got?
Oh, God. Equipment. Like, not the ski hire, but socks.
Okay.
Always thick socks. Bring some thin socks with you and your underwear. Don't put your long underwear. Sorry, how you call it again? Your underpants.
Your long
your
johns,
thermals.
your
Yeah.
thermals, your long johns, your
long
base
john
layers.
thermals
Yeah.
inside your ski boot with thick socks, or go to the ski hire with an extra pair of thick socks and put them over your own socks. The ski hire has got socks there which you can try to put the boots on, and if you put some boots on, do it with a bit of thinner socks. Ski socks, should be thin.
Yeah. Okay. There's a big misconception that thick socks or ski socks should be thick. They shouldn't be thick. As Bart said, they should be thin. Shouldn't go over another pair of socks. For obvious reasons, one, that makes your foot bigger, but also two socks rub against each other, that causes irritation on your skin.
But also, the shop wants to give, they always intend to give you a little bit bigger boots than you actually get.
Yeah, and you don't want that to happen.
You don't really want that to.
Yeah.
And then, you don't want to have too small boots.
Why don't you want your base layer in your boot with your sock?
Because you get pressure points.
Exactly. They're going to rub against each other, and you're going to get a lump on your shin. And if you get a lump on your shin on day one, that lump will be there for the entire holiday. There's no getting away from it. So make sure the only thing in your ski boot is your foot and your thin sock. Right? Okay, good. Well done, Vat. That was a very good point to bring up. Fantastic. Okay, so what about what other things with equipment? Poles. What could happen with your poles? Okay, they can't really be too small, but they can be too big, right? Yeah. So make sure that when you get your poles, they're not giving you poles that are too big, because again, when it's busy, they ain't going to be saying what size have you used before, or let's just do a check. They're going to be throwing poles at you, right? And they're not bothered. The higher staff just want you out of the shop as quickly as possible, no matter what the shop policy says on the website. They want you in and out as quick as possible.
Get some rental insurance. Most of the times the skis don't get nicked, but they get mixed up.
Yep.
And then the shop is going to charge you quite a lot of money if your skis are not there anymore. Just get some insurance. I think it's about €9 for the week. Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, 9 or 15 euros, yeah. So, yeah, good. That's another good one. You're excelling in today's podcast, Walter. Give me another one. As you're on a roll, something else, another mistake people make with their ski holiday. You've come up with some bells so far.
Don't go for lunch at the same time as everyone else, because you can't find a table. So don't go for lunch at 12 o'clock or 12:30. Go at lunch either a little bit before or a little bit later, because better is before, because like around 11:30, 11:15, because then once you're ready with lunch, everyone else comes in for lunch and the pistes are more empty. More space for you, more enjoyment.
He's on a roll. And one of the benefits there is, if you're having a private lesson, is you can depict when you go for lunch, if you're having a full day private lesson.
Yeah, if you have a good instructor, anyways, if you get a correct one, he'll just go with everyone else because he wants to see his mates.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're a family and you've got kids in ski school, you are going to be driven by when the ski school breaks.
School. Do not go and book happy family lessons, because you
one of
end
my
up
favourite
as an unhappy family.
This is very true. And
with small kids, with all the kids.
Yeah, predominantly with small kids. So a lot of ski schools.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, again,
it can be, as long as everyone's got the same level. If it's not got the same level, it's not. But also, rather don't do it, because kids want to do some more different things than mommy and daddies.
Yeah. Okay, so these happy family lessons at ski schools, some of them really do push them, because it means they make a lot of money out of a single ski teacher. However, as Wouter said, happy family lessons never end with a happy family. Just think about this. You have a 4-year-old beginner, an 8-year-old beginner, and then you've got mum and dad who have skied for 2 weeks before. Okay, so you've got a divide between the kids. You've also got a big divide between the age of your kids, and the ski teacher is going to have to spend more time looking after your 4-year-old, but mum is also going to be involved with the 4-year-old, because mum's there and the 4-year-old is going to keep looking at mum rather than looking at the ski teacher. But then, because the ski teacher is concentrating on the 4-year-old, The 8-year-old is going to get extremely bored. Dad's going to then start arguing with the 8-year-old. Mum's looking after the 4-year-old with the ski teacher. Mum and dad are getting nothing from the ski school except for grief, and everybody's going to be unhappy. That is basically how it pans out. And as a ski teacher, the minute a ski teacher sees they have got a happy family lesson, their head changes to, I'm going to have the worst day of my life. Because they all know what these happy family lessons are like. And therefore, you just don't get a ski teacher that is motivated to teach that split demographic of people. Now, granted, if it's mum and dad who've skied for 2 weeks...
You will kill the ski teacher, because the ski teacher will hang himself.
Yeah, basically. Shouldn't say things like that. No, you really shouldn't. But let's say you book a happy family ski teacher, and it's mum and dad have skied for 2 weeks, 14-year-old and 15-year-old have skied for 2 weeks. Much more chance it's going to work out. However, the kids are probably going to learn at a faster speed than mum and dad. Yeah. As Vought said, the kids are going to want to go and do jumps. They're going to go through the park or through the what are they called? Them turns we've got. No, not the half pipe. The banked course. They're going to want to go through around the banked turns, and they might want to slide over a box.
They just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
Basically.
Where mum and dad want to learn a bit more technique and how to get
more
down
technical
this
input, and kids just don't want to do blah blah blah. They just want to ski.
Yeah. No more blah blah blah. Yeah. So even with that scenario of 2 teenagers and mum and dad who've all skied for an equal amount of time, it can work, but again, it's better just to split it. So no more happy families is what we're saying. Is your ski school offering a happy family lesson? No, good.
I also tell my kids, if they want to do that, I said, look, just book a 3-hour lesson, just divide it, and then ski as a family after the rest of the day. Something like that, Because I understand you are on a holiday as a family. I would like to spend, quality time with my family. But in this case, it's not quality time. It's horror time.
It's terrible. And as well, you quite often find a ski teacher will arrive and go, right, sorry folks, but this is not going to work. I'm going to take your 4-year-old for half an hour. Right. Then I'm going to bring the 4-year-old back, and she can sit with mum and have a drink. Yeah. And dad and the other kid, I'll take you for an hour, and then I'll come back and I'll take mum for half an hour while dad looks after the 4-year-old. Yeah. And then nobody learns anything.
No. There's no saving money there. People do it because it sounds romantic and saving money, but actually you're not saving money. It's just grief, arguments,
you will have
miserable.
You'll have a happier family holiday by kids going to kids ski school, mum and dad going to ski school, and at the end of the
I've
day,
seen marriages go.
Yeah, at the end of the day, getting together and finding out what the kids did because you weren't there, and then you telling them what you did is a way better scenario than we all had a shit day.
Yeah, because everyone is interfering with each other.
Yeah. You should. No, you can't say that either.
What?
People are now thinking about kiddie fiddling.
No, interfering. Like everyone is
exactly interfering.
Like, no, stop it. No,
okay.
Everyone is like.
So you've done quite well on this podcast.
Mommy is saying something to the kid. Father is saying something to the mom. Blah 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 blah.
Right, you've done quite well. You've only done your blah blah blahs twice, and you've come up with some very good examples. So have you got any other examples of this?
Well, you go ahead first. I need to think about it.
You've taken all the good ones, haven't you?
We have
common mistakes that you make on your ski holiday.
Book. If you go for dinner and it's busy,
yes.
Book a table.
Yes.
And especially in the better restaurants, you can all find it on. Can I say name? Yeah, TripAdvisor, Google, whatever. You see, but book a table in advance. Sometimes it's better to book it 2 days in advance, especially the better restaurant. Especially and ask your instructor as well what is good.
Yeah. Look for a recommendation from a ski teacher.
Right. But or maybe a ski teacher can book you a table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ask him, can you book the table at this place for tonight, please? Yeah. If they say no, then.
But then tip the instructor as well.
Yeah. That's what it's a mistake a lot of people make on their holidays. They don't tip the ski teacher.
Correct, because they don't earn anything.
Ski teacher.
So tip your instructor.
Yeah, don't make that mistake.
Yes.
Tip the instructor.
Yes.
That's a good one. Well done.
Yes.
Okay, so the restaurant one was a good one. I suppose when you're leaving, what you will find in a lot of resorts now is, especially glacier resorts, you don't have to bring your equipment down on your last day. Okay, you can just leave it on the mountain in their shop. They'll have drop-off points in different locations. So find out where you're going to ski on the last day and drop everything off there, because then you can come down, and maybe you want to come down and go shopping for souvenirs on the way down, or you want to go and buy that new jacket that you saw in the window, or whatever it be. It just gives you a little bit more of a relaxed end of last day. I suppose another thing as well, a lot of ski schools will have like a presentation in the afternoon or evening. A lot of them are outside. A lot of people on their first holiday, you didn't know what I'm going to say, but a lot of people on their first holiday will finish skiing, they'll go back to the apartment, you'll all get washed and changed, and you come out in your evening clothes, because it feels quite warm. Once the sun's gone and the presentation started, it'll get bitterly cold, okay? And you're not going to be enjoying the ceremony, and the kids are going to get cranky before they get called up to get their medals and whatever. So wear your ski gear to the presentation, if the presentation is outside, okay? What did you think I was going to say?
No, exactly.
Was that it? Yeah. Good, cool.
I came up with something now and I completely forgot. Oh my God. What's that to do with leaving, no? I don't know.
Yeah. I suppose if you're on a package holiday, you're always, most of the time they're going to inform you when you're going to get picked up. Don't make the mistake that some people make, that is, they think the bus driver will come into the hotel to get them. The bus driver or taxi driver typically will pull up outside and expect you to be standing outside. Now, on occasion, this can result in people being left behind. It does happen, because if you're not outside when the bus pulls up and the bus driver puts everything on, there are less and less companies now putting reps on transfer coaches. And where the rep used to check everybody was on the bus driver's job is to drive the bus, and that's what he does. He doesn't check if you're on or you're off. So if you're not there, you're not there. He will not come into the hotel to find you. So if you're told pickup time is 9:30, pickup point is outside the hotel, be outside the hotel. And that doesn't mean mum stand outside the hotel and dad sit inside with the kids with the bags, because the minute mum says the bus is here, the kids say, I need to go to the toilet. So dad now goes to the toilet with the two kids. Mum has to drag the cases out, which she can't do because she's overpacked. Another mistake, don't overpack, because 25% of what you put in your case you will not wear. Fact. Pack, take 25% of it out, and then repack.
Yeah. There's laundrettes here anyway. If it's really necessary, you
Where's
can
the
always do
laundrette?
it in Schutdorf or the hotels to do
Where's the
the
laundrette?
laundry service. In Schutdorf.
Where?
Opposite, next to the lawyer, Kinberger lawyer and the Hilfswerk. That's laundrette.
Do they do duvets?
We don't do duvets. We just don't do them. We don't do them. No.
I don't know. It's a good question. No idea. But there's a laundrette in Zellemzee as well. They do duvets.
Up on Smittenhaustrasse?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
she
quite expensive.
charges more than a duvet's worth.
Yeah.
Slight tangent, duvets and laundrettes, but Bart says there's a laundrette in Schutdorf. But then again, that's good,
only
but
really.
if you're on holiday and you're on a package, getting to Schutdorf's difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying like a hotel, they've got laundry, so if it's really necessary.
Yeah,
you know.
but you don't typically need to do laundry on your holiday unless you've soiled your
I
trousers.
forgot something very important.
Go on.
That is, go up early.
Yes.
Go up before the crowd. Go up before 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Go up actually, preferably before 9:30.
Yes.
9 o'clock.
There is a lot to be said.
If possible.
Yeah. And again, if you've got kids, you might be governed by ski school. Getting the kids out is always difficult. But if you've not got kids, and there is a good number of you who watch this that have kids have left home, they've got their own families, so you are skiing on your own or you are pre-child. There's plenty of you out there. Get out early. Don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, we'll go at 10 o'clock, because then it's just lift queue to get to the ski area. The buses are packed. You sweat like hell. You get COVID, whatever variant we're on, in the bus. You get it in the gondola, and then you're skiing on packed slopes. Go out early, as Wouter said.
Yeah.
So the mistake there would be not to go out early. Go out early. Also means you can finish early, which then you can do what I like to do, which is what I call washed après. Wouter's not a fan of this, but I am. And that means I can come down at 2:30, I'm home at 3, I can have a nice leisurely shower, do my hair, get dressed, out at après for 4, and I'm smelling good. Smelling good. It means I don't have to worry about having a shower when I get home from après and I can't stand up. So washed après is the way forward. Yeah? So don't make the mistake of going straight from the ski slope. But they're saying that some people who go home then don't manage to get back out. Yeah.
That's true. I have that.
You do, don't you? Because you're not allowed back out when you're home. Doors locked, wife keeps them in the house.
No. You just like at some point like I can't be bothered. Just go. But I'd rather go for a nice meal and a good glass of wine instead of
You've changed.
socializing.
Have we got any more?
Yes, the most important thing is keep your expectations low. Don't set the expectations too high when you come here, especially with family, this, that. Keep your expectations a little bit realistic.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy your holiday much, much more.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy your holiday.
And if you've set that bar low, then you're probably going to have a better time than you expected. That's quite good. That's quite good. Yeah, very good. Okay, cool. So that is some of probably many, many more that we could go through, and maybe we should have prepared a big long list. But they are the ones off the top of our head. But just think about it. Think about what you're doing when you're booking your holiday. Think about those flight times, transfers. Think about what am I going to do when I get to resort. And the thing is, with the internet now, years ago, when you used to book a holiday, you'd get on the coach, you didn't even know where the coach was taking you. Yes, you knew what your resort was called, you probably couldn't pronounce it back then, and you got to the resort and then you were shuffled into your hotel, you went to your room, you then were like, right, where do I find this ski hire? You can know where the ski hire is in conjunction to your hotel on Google Maps. So, right, I know I'm going to the Hotel Austria in Seoul. Where is the ski hire? Then you can ask Google Maps to tell you how many minutes it's going to walk to the ski hire. Yeah? Or do I need to take a bus? You can find out all of this information before you go. And have a little folder, make a plan. Yeah? Set yourself for success, and you will just have a much better stress-free holiday, especially as a family. Could I plug my family guide now? Do you think it's an appropriate time for me to plug the free family survival guide that I've produced that people can download using the link below?
You can do whatever you want.
But you've seen it and said it was really good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. So a Wouter approved family holiday survival guide is available for all of you free of charge. There will be a link in the description below. Just click on it, download it, and then wait a couple of days and I'm going to send you something very interesting for all of those people who are visiting Kaprun.
Andy's not got really a kid, so he doesn't really know what a family is, but yeah.
Andy for some kind of sure.
Yeah, just be organized is what Andy is good. Yeah. And Wouter from Cold Candy.
Cold Candy.
Cold Candy.
Not Cool Candy.
Cold. COLD.
Bye for now.
-candy.com.
Well done.
See ya.